Hi, I'm Mark Smelzer, publisher of JCK, and welcome to JCK TV, live from Las Vegas. It's a new year, it's a new location, and it's a totally new show. And JCK TV, live from Las Vegas, will be here every day to tell you who's buying, what's selling, and what are the biggest stars of the show. Next up, let's get a trend report from my co-host Victoria Gomelski, editor-in-chief of JCK. We'll get her look at what's hot on the show floor.
Thanks, Mark. Here we are. I can't believe another year's passed. As you can see, we're still getting set up, but here's what I'm hearing is hot coming into the show. Coming into the summer, it's all about bangles. Stacks and stacks of bangles up the arms, lots of friendship bracelets, chain link bracelets, cuffs. It's a sort of a more is more aesthetic that always seems to prevail during the summer. As we head into the fall, that changes a little bit. Collars are going to be high, necklines are going to be high, so we're going to see long shoulder duster earrings, button earrings, fewer necklaces this season. Another overarching trend that nobody can miss is color. There's no shortage of colored engagement rings on the show floor, from tourmalines to sapphires to offbeat colored stones, so keep your eyes peeled. Well, that does it for the trend report for day one. We've got tons of seminars here at JCK Las Vegas. Let's head over to one of them.
The three mistakes that people make most in a sales process is they listen purposely on what people are saying rather than noticing what people aren't saying, which again makes up 90% of the communication process. What happens if their client or the person that they're making the presentation to is a visual person?
What do you look like when you're talking and asking and making these inquiries? The tone of your voice, the rhythm of your voice, the pitch of your voice. These are all things that go together to make up how you are perceived by your customers. The person who looks away first is perceived as the less dominant person. When the customer first walks in, I'm also suggesting you look away first. Why? So the customer feels empowered. When you have two sets of eyes on you, you become the leader.
When I can help them see that that's what they're doing on a daily basis with their clients and even with their staff members and even with the people at their home, their loved ones, it can change how they see the communication process.
So let's face it, there's a lot of change at this year's JCK show. So we went straight to the top to get the lowdown.
The best thing about moving to Mandalay Bay, and what has been a 2-year journey, has been the ability for us to recategorize our show floor and give our customers an opportunity to exhibit in the product category that they represent. It was very difficult for us to do that in the past, and now with a new show floor on a wonderful campus that has amazing amenities, we're able to provide a JCK brand and a product that is more convenient for a retailer to shop.
My favorite part of creating Elite Enclave was giving buyers an experience of a trade show, of an exhibition that was nothing like what they'd expect. Everything has been thought of very specifically. We've got a really complete sensory experience, and I think that jewelry is very much about this fantasy, and we're creating that sort of on every sensory level. We selected 2 artists. One is a photographer. Her name is Jessica Craig Martin. She's shot the sort of New York society scene in a very interesting, very candid way. On this picture, somebody might edit out the spots on this woman's hands, but she finds they say something about this particular woman. Her pictures are very emblematic of that world. This picture I love because, again, it's a very intimate shot. Then we've got some incredible sculptures. They're chandeliers by a Philadelphia-based sculptor named Adam Wallacavage. He's actually very theatrical. His chandeliers are sort of like baubles themselves. They almost look like pendants or jewelry. There are a lot of little details that I think they'll discover. We worked with a sound stylist. We've got coffee books out on all the tables by the different artists, and I think the sense of discovery in Elite Enclave is really special. This incredible jewelry, they're really the stars of the show, but I tried to paint as beautiful a background as possible.
So we're here on the floor of Luxury by JCK, and I have to tell you, it's been a fantastic year so far. The energy level is up, attendance is through the roof, and it's been my pleasure to walk around and see people doing really solid business.
Well, luxury, I mean, you have the best of the best here.
The people.
Everyone is here. It's the show.
The atmosphere.
They're taking good care of us.
The traffic.
Great people to see.
It's a more relaxed atmosphere.
We can just go up and down the aisles.
It's not hustle and bustle.
We can showcase our pieces.
And also the networking opportunities we have.
It's someone we really want to feature.
It's the show from all around the world.
Mass amount of buyers and sellers.
I've got people in my booth now from Canada, and I've got from the islands.
Everyone has their uniqueness. Oh, all the beautiful jewelry, of course.
So it all happens here. We're glad to be part of it.
The type of woman that wears Beaudry is one that would rather have fewer pieces and finer pieces. She's very much into details. Here we did our classic Diamonds Forever with black diamond beads and then rough aqua. We're really doing two things. We're really focusing on our bridal collection. Beaudry Boutique is one of those collections that hits wonderful price points and allows customers and collectors to really enter into the Beaudry brand. And then secondly, we have Laura Beaudry, my wife's fashion collection. We have a raspberry spinel, and it's an 18-karat white gold, has beautiful gallery work, wonderful little fleur-de-lis integrated in the design. From every angle, it's a piece of art. My design philosophy is that if you design a piece well, it will always stand the test of time. So I really look ahead to make sure that collectors enjoy a piece today, but that in 20, 30, 40 years, it'll dovetail right into the pieces that they're buying then.
So today what I'm talking about is the relationship difference and how to create a profitable and passionate customer community. So we're really going to focus on that customer experience and the relationship that's really vital in today's business. And so what we're going to talk about today is how to deliver these great experiences, how to develop long-term relationships with customers that you'll be able to continue to leverage for years to come. At every opportunity, we want to win the customer and we want to maximize the opportunity. And so really moving from a transactional mindset, buyer, non-buyer, to seeing every customer who walks in the door as a potential buyer. Do you really want a plastic surgeon for Groupon? And do you really want one at 90% off? I don't know about you, that would worry me. But what's happening today is that there's this commoditization. And so we have to decide where we're going to differentiate. We can differentiate ourselves by price, or we can differentiate ourselves by our store experience and the relationships that we develop. I'd say the main takeaway is getting that customer's contact information. Customers want to be a part of your business long term. They're not your customer unless you know who they are. Even if they don't make the purchase on the first visit, we want to be able to get them back in and develop a long-term relationship with them. One is it requires that our employees add value to the customer's experience. So it's not being a clerk, but adding the value. And the second piece is making an emotional connection. Retail would be really easy if it wasn't for people and products. And the product part isn't really that difficult. So the things I'm talking about in the relationship difference, on the surface really aren't that complicated. Right? Building relationships with people, sharing your name, following up with the customer. But the real challenge is consistency. Retailers who really can create great discipline and really get a strong customer focus are the ones who can build that long-term relationship.
For us, our jewelry has always been our charms and our hoops. We've really gone after finding some very interesting stones and some interesting designs.
We started working in metals that we haven't in the past. Like we came out with the silver line. We also came out with a silver and enamel line.
I actually come from an interior design background, architecture, and really most of my design is inspired by architecture. There's always like little designs that I pick up, and I'm always thrilled to be in Europe and enjoying what I was brought up with that never really looked at, that I really take a lot more attention to with moldings and ironwork.
What we're really excited about showing at Elite Enclave this year our new 10th anniversary stainless steel silk cuffs.
I see that there's a sort of iridescent quality to them that really kind of gives them this, that's why we call them silk stainless steel.
We really have product for everybody, we really do. I mean, we have delicate pieces, we have chunkier pieces, so it kind of runs across the board.
We really don't fit in any real price point, I would say. It really is across the board.
From day to evening, I mean, if you want to wear something teensy to the gym, if you want to make it big and fun and funky for evenings. So basically, it's super interchangeable and it's collectible. So we've been able to create a repeat customer, which is great.
So that's it for day one. I'm headed back to my room to get some sleep. We'll see you tomorrow.